Hello, Hillsborough. It's Tyler. Welcome to another holiday special. So, this is a fun one. We've got Rob with us from Fire Rescue, and he goes over all the important safety tips to remember this time of year when you're celebrating at home or hosting visitors. We talk turkey, the fried kind, Christmas trees, the real ones, fireworks, and how to enjoy all of your favorite holiday activities while making sure things are safe for everybody. Also, I thought I was the festive one, but I think Grace might like the holidays just a little bit more than me. Maybe too much. So you'll see. Let's get into it.
Hello, Hillsborough.
Tyler, did you hear that? What was that?
I do hear that.
Was that what I think it was?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're new here.
I am new here. I need you to fill me in.
That means the holidays are here.
Ooh, okay.
It's a holiday special.
Oh, I'm so excited to be on my first Hello Hillsborough holiday special.
So why do you love the holidays? I mean, what traditions do you have? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I look forward to my holiday movies every single year.
I love movies too, of course. But
do you like the classic Hallmark
hold
from...
Hold on. Do you watch those?
Of course I watch those. Are you kidding me?
You're okay. The girl from Kansas moves. Oh, no. She can't be from Kansas.
No, she's from the big city.
She's from
the big city.
Like unnamed big city.
Yep.
Yeah.
Generalized big city.
And then she's
a corporate girl.
Small town Kansas that
She
may or may
now
not exist.
Suddenly came into possession of a bakery.
Yes. But here's the problem. She's from an ad agency in big city. She doesn't know how to run a bakery in a small town.
She doesn't want to.
And she doesn't want to. She doesn't have time for stuff like that.
This town likes Christmas way too much.
You know what else she doesn't have time for? Love.
And suddenly the grumpy Christmas tree farm owner comes along and he has too much Christmas spirit in his soul for you.
Are these two falling in love?
Yeah, they're falling in love.
Man.
Because it's the holidays. You fall in love with the holidays.
Yeah.
Come on.
All
That's
right.
how these movies work. That's why they're successful.
Well, maybe our guest today will bring a little bit of magic into the room.
I think you will.
We have Rob here from Hillsborough Fire Rescue. He's going to give us a few tips on how to stay safe around our homes this year. Because it is a fun time of year, but there's a lot of stuff happening. And it's important to remember how to keep yourself safe and how to keep your family safe this time of year too.
He's given us those little tips so that we can keep the holidays safe and sound and as jolly as possible.
Well, what do you say? Should we get him in here and kick it off?
I think so.
Let's do it.
Hello, Hillsborough.
Hi, Rob.
Hi.
Thanks for joining the podcast
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Welcome to Hello Hillsborough.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're pumped to have you today.
We're excited about the holidays.
We're very excited. I'm very excited about the holidays. I'm the biggest holiday person. Like, Thanksgiving barely exists to me.
No, see, that's not
really.
Sorry, did I offend? I'm sorry.
You're the one.
I'm the problem.
No,
It's
just
me.
kidding.
There's time for all the holidays, but Thanksgiving is like...
Yeah, Thanksgiving kind of gets overlooked, right? It's like Halloween, 2 days of Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
And why? And probably because there's less money to be made on
Yeah.
decorations or whatever. But Thanksgiving, hey, you know what we should do? We should have Rob tell us about Fire Rescue and what he does over there. And because we've gotten way off track already.
Oh, yeah. Who I am, what I do?
Yeah, let's go there for
All
a
right.
minute.
Rob here, and I'm Hillsborough County Fire Rescue's Public Safety Information Chief, basically everything external affairs. So media relations, I manage our social media with a couple other folks, and everything outward facing.
Cool. How did you get started in fire rescue? Were you fighting fires at first?
Oh, yeah. I'm coming up on 20 years with Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, almost 22 in the fire service. Came up as a firefighter, fire medic, lieutenant, driver engineer, was in special ops for a while, training officer. And then a few years ago, the fire chief asked, does anybody want to kind of test drive the PIO position? And I had a marketing background prior to fire rescue. And I was like, well, that's kind of maybe putting those two worlds together. And that's exactly what it's been. I enjoy it. I love showcasing our department, the men and women behind it, and just getting us out there in the public light.
That's important.
Yeah.
There's a lot. That's one of those groups that I think there's more that goes on than people realize.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And you were just telling me before we hit record that, a lot of calls for fire rescue are medical related, even though most people would picture
Just
fires.
Just
and-
fires.
Yeah. That really shocked me. Like I think you said maybe 85% or something like
it's
that.
in the upper 80s.
That's crazy.
Are kittens ever stuck in trees?
Oh,
Does
that's a
that
great
ever-
question.
Okay.
What about
They
puppies
are,
and trees?
but they get down.
Oh,
Oh.
right.
You know, like it's like, hey, they got up and they find their way down. And I've actually had a cat confirm that of my own.
Oh.
No, we don't.
He
We
told you
don't.
personally.
He did. We had a podcast actually. So
We'll be right back with Rob's cat.
Yeah.
After the-
So no, we don't. You know, we've rescued some animals from like storm drains and stuff like that. But the cat in the tree thing is
Just Hollywood.
It's a myth.
It
It's
is
just a movie
yeah.
thing.
Well, other myths in the fire department, like I guess when it comes to the holidays, is frying a turkey as bad as it seems?
No. Well, no, we've done, you know, I think collectively we've done a pretty good job of getting out the information about turkey fire specifically. It can be, you know, pretty dangerous, but hopefully, you know, they heed warnings and do it safely this year.
Mhm.
So what are those warnings? What
Yeah.
are what are the steps?
Yeah, I have
So
no idea.
step one, get it away from anything that is combustible. Don't do it under an awning. Don't do it under a carport, anything like that. Outside, at least 3 feet and around it, nothing that can catch on fire, even a leaf. Measure the water level of the turkey. So have a thawed turkey, fully thawed turkey.
What happens if it's a frozen turkey?
Frozen turkey, and well, so there's water, and you know, it's a form of water, and
Right.
water and hot oil don't really mix too well. So it ends up, you know, kind of, I won't say exploding, but
Oh, but
the
exploding
oil,
adjacent.
The oil leaves
Yeah.
the container pretty quickly. Let's say that. All right. So, and then there's a flame underneath it, right? That's heating it. So those don't mix well. So thoroughly thawed turkey, put it in the pot, fill it up with water until the turkey is completely submerged. Then kind of mark that as hey, this is where the oil is going to go line. Remove the turkey. Now thoroughly dry said turkey, because again, water and oil, as you've always heard, don't mix. Dry the turkey, put the turkey back in when it's time to fry, fill it up, start it up, have a thermometer that's kind of reading it. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't get too hot and run away from you. And never leave it unattended. Always be by it. Follow the, you know, directions on fry time. That's specific to the weight of the turkey. Always be watching it, by it. And try not to have any, you know, holiday intoxicants on board. If you are frying a turkey, leave
Right.
that part out until probably after.
Oil does not mix with water, and intoxicants
Correct.
don't mix
Not
with
mix with-
responsibility.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's-
So
it's a lot to remember, but I mean, I think, you know, if you are going to go that extra step, because there's other ways to cook a turkey.
Yeah, I don't think frying is going to be the route that I would take first.
It is really delicious.
Oh
though.
yeah.
I've
I'm
heard.
not discounting how delicious it is, but
Yeah.
out of my fear of fires,
yeah.
I think roasting a turkey, the oven will do just fine this
Yeah.
holiday season.
Well, that's cooking is a big piece of it, but I know
Yeah.
there's other safety concerns when
Well, yeah. I mean, even using a knife, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know it sounds like duh, but we operate in the business of when people kind of forget that,
Mhm.
or you know, and I'm not maybe chopping, yes, but like don't throw the knife in the soapy water and let it sit there waiting to be washed later when somebody goes reaching in to get it. You know, things like
I think
that.
I just
And
got
you- and-
goosebumps.
Halloween's,
just thinking
Halloween's
about
over.
that.
Yeah,
Totally.
so you know, things like that. There's, you know, and speaking of the kids, you know, pot handles away from the, you know, pointed away from where they can possibly reach them and pull them onto them. Really, the best bet is to have an adult in the kitchen at all times. Even you have to shift people in or out
Mhm.
just to monitor that and keep the kids away. Because as many you know activities / distractions you might give a kid, inevitably they're going to be
Someone's going to get into the
they're going to
kitchen.
be in the kitchen, right? Because that is the epicenter of the holiday.
We got to talk about Christmas trees.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. If we're talking about turkeys lighting on fire,
Yeah.
Christmas trees lighting on fire, how often does that actually
So-
happen?
A lot less because we
Okay.
have LED lights now, and LED lights don't get hot, right?
That's
they,
true.
They just don't produce heat, and that's step one of creating a fire is you have to have a heat source. And you know, that being said, there are sometimes other heat sources in a house, candles. If you are a real tree person, then you're going to have a nice healthy tree to start, and then a couple weeks later, it's pretty dry, and it is kind of just sitting waiting to be ignited. And if it does, it'll happen quickly. So any kind of heat source, if it gets cold and you have a space heater, keep it away from anything. Candles, keep them away from it. Never leave them unattended. The actual, you know, in most instances, the actual tree itself and the lights that you put on the tree is pretty safe.
Okay.
Older light systems they produce a little bit of heat, but if you are a real tree person, that's fine. But just, follow the trend of putting some water in it, trying to keep it from drying out. I know inevitably it's going to happen, especially, traditionally we keep it past Christmas into January. Just keep heat sources away from that dry Christmas tree.
Well, it sounds like frozen turkeys and real trees. You just got to ask yourself: Is it worth it? How much do you want those things?
Right. And just the things we talk about year round, right? Make sure your smoke detectors are working.
That's
make sure
one.
we just talked about when we had that cold spell a week or two ago. Heat's coming on now. If it's a fuel driven heat source, gas, you should have some carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Carbon monoxide is odorless. You're not going to know it until you start getting signs and symptoms of carbon monoxide exposure. So those detectors are paramount if you have gas-driven appliances. And in your kitchen, or not in it, but in an area where you can get to it, fire extinguishers. Grease fires can happen, and that a fire extinguisher is going to suppress that, put that out. But don't put it in an area where you might be going through like a smoky environment to get it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you put it somewhere where you could get to it and then come back to where the fire would originate, typically your stovetop, your oven, and use that pull, aim, squeeze, sweep, right? PASS, P-A-S-S, pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. So that's the order of operations for a fire extinguisher. So have those on standby too. And if you're doing a fried turkey, also have it on standby.
Maybe a couple, maybe like 3 fire extinguishers. And does like the dry season make you more nervous for fireworks?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Fireworks maybe make me more nervous
Just
for fireworks.
Fireworks.
They're just our overarching message is to leave it to the professionals. I know that won't happen, and that's okay. But with the dryness combined with those are really hot, and if they get out of control in any way, it won't be much to start a grass fire. And understand, you might start a fire in a part of a grass that you can't see. You don't even know it, and then the next thing you know, you see what's that glow back there, and
someone else is doing a fireworks show.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's been you the whole time.
Wow, they really went all out for the new year. Happy New Year. The dryness, it keeps us. We had a pretty eventful brush fire season in the spring of this year. Several hundred acres sometimes. And the good part is usually it's rural places that don't threaten structures or people, but it's still resource heavy for us, time intensive. So we'd like to try to keep people away from it.
Yeah, no fire is going to be a good fire.
It's always plan A.
Now, Florida Forestry, they do controlled burns, and there's reasons for that. We don't do that, but they do that. So there is, I guess,
with prescribed. There's one good fire, and it's a prescribed fire,
and
then
by
all
pros,
the other fires
and then
are
nothing
not
else
good.
is good.
Right.
Yeah, because those fireworks you get at the tent outside Home Depot, they have agricultural disclaimers on them. I always assumed that was some sort of loophole. It just always looks like something you're not supposed to have.
Oh yeah. Those tents don't give
which sometimes tempts people and be like, sweet, this is something I'm not supposed to have. I'm going for it.
That's true.
Well, and I've also noticed, and you could light one of those things and it goes for maybe 30 seconds and then it's done. But you look at it again,
it's not done.
They're
not
still
done.
going. Yeah.
So that is a big one for fire rescue. Is we want you to be a firefighter deliberately. Like when you think you've cooled your used fireworks, cool them more. We recommend almost submerging them if possible in water completely. A few years ago, when I first started in this position, with the PIO position, I ran on 4th of July weekend a few fires of homes that burned down because they thought their fireworks were cooled. They stowed them in the garage to be thrown away whenever garbage pickup day is. And the next thing they know, they're sitting at home and they see flames flying out of the windows of the garage or the walls of the garage. So, a big point for me is not only deploy them appropriately, but when they're done, really be a firefighter. We'll make you a firefighter for 10 minutes and just douse them with water. Be deliberate about cooling them. So, and like you said, we love the holidays. Fire rescue. It's, there's a shift every year that spends Thanksgiving on duty and Christmas on duty. And you're spending time with your second family. So it's good for us, and it's good for us to be available to help the citizens and visitors of Hillsborough County. But we would love to get the messaging out to, I always kind of loosely joke, I'd rather meet you, just at an event like a fire station open house rather than meet you because we came to your house for a need. What I mean?
I'm glad you mentioned that about being on shift, because in the years I've been in the county, we've, worked with fire rescue a lot. And I feel like, while there's certainly parts of the job I don't envy y'all for, the camaraderie definitely makes me feel like I'm missing out on something.
Yeah. It's like nothing else. It is remarkable. We have a very close network of family. It is a second family. And, we break bread together. We spend holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, you name it, Super Bowls, Gasparillas, all of it. Inevitably, you're on shift for 24 hours during one of those days. And the way it works, the way the schedule works, it's kind of every 3 years. You're either on Christmas Eve one year, and then you're on Christmas Day the next year, and then you happen to have those two off, and then you repeat. But it's something we all share. So, it's not uncommon. In fact, it's quite common that on these holidays like Thanksgiving, we'll open the doors up. Our families will come up. We'll pull the trucks out of the bay. We'll put a bunch of tables in the bay and have Thanksgiving with our families. Now, understand, we're still subject to call, and it's happened to me several times when I was on the street. We'd be just about to take that first bite, and boop, there go the tones, and away we go. But our families are used to that too. So, we do incorporate our immediate families and friends into the fire station tradition of holidays as well.
Well, and you don't mess around with the cooking over there either.
Yeah, it's probably
Grace can speak to that.
Yeah.
Wait, have you had firehouse food?
As of the last 24 hours, I've had firehouse.
Okay. Well, now I'm jealous of the camaraderie and of the food.
Yeah,
and of
I'm going to tell
apparently.
you, it's good food.
It's good, right?
I don't doubt it. Like every time I go there, there's either something on the stove or they're eating something from the night before that somebody cooked.
Yes,
yeah.
Correct. Yeah, it's, and we cook en masse, so we don't, there should be always leftovers. You saw how much
there was plenty to go around.
That's a fun thing. We have, inevitably, when you have a fire station of 5 or 6 people, somebody can cook. And if not, somebody will learn to cook.
Yeah, new skills at fighting fires and cooking.
Yes, exactly.
Sounds like a great way to learn how to cook.
Yeah, for big groups of people too. Like you're not just cooking for one, you're cooking for like 10.
And I tell people all the time. So one of the stations I worked at was Station 11, and we had, I think, 12 or 13 people there. And that's a small catering event, especially those. That's not 12 or 13 normal appetites. You know what I mean? So you're not cooking for 12 or 13. You're cooking for really 20 because you need.
These are people who are fighting fire, literally fighting fires.
Correct. Yeah. And so you got to make sure they're ready to go when the bell rings. So
cooking for 20 or 21 if you invite Grace and not me.
Yeah,
that's true. You're right.
So sorry. We could do 22 next time.
Listen, next time we do it, you're coming.
Please. Please. Thank you for coming and talking to us, by the way. And,
you're welcome.
And not just thank you for coming here, but thanks for your department and all you guys do, and to your families as well for sharing y'all with us.
Thank you so much. We love what we do.
You'll have to come back next time we have some safety concerns.
Absolutely. Yeah. Happy to. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Hello, Hillsborough.
Well, how do you feel now? Are you in the holiday spirit?
I am. I think I'm even more in the holiday spirit than I was, if you can believe that.
After I asked it, I'm like, she was already in the holiday spirit.
Don't be silly. Yeah, don't be silly.
That had to have helped.
It did. And it gave me a different perspective because I'm thinking about presents, I'm thinking about Christmas trees, I'm thinking about decorations, but now I'm thinking about ways to stay safe at the holidays too.
Well, and I don't know if you're the same way, but sometimes after you have a conversation like this, the next place you go, you're just looking for all those things. Like you can't turn it off, Now
I'm looking for fire hazards everywhere, and I'm keeping my eye on them all.
Well, it sounds important.
It is important at the holidays.
I think it's just important at the holidays because it's easy to forget about things this time of year.
It is. You got family everywhere. You've got plans to make, food to cook, turkeys to fry. So now we kind of have a checklist to help us move forward with the holidays and keep everybody safe.
In the meantime, if you want to learn more about what Rob was talking about or more about Hillsborough's Fire Rescue Department, you can check that page out at hcfl.gov/fire.
I'm going to go in there and get all my tips before I decide to fry a turkey or not.
Probably smart.
Probably a little smart, yeah.
Yep. Since our show is called Hello Hillsborough, we don't say goodbye here, but what we do say is thank you so much for listening. However you spend your day, we really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Remember to click that subscribe button so you never miss a new episode.
And be sure to follow your favorite county on social media. We're at Hillsborough FL on all the platforms. And for more information on everything Hillsborough County, visit hcfl.gov.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Grace.
See you next time.